Podcast yesterday, we've got the same coming today. Ray and Pete, you've got all the analysis from yesterday's action. I know we're starting soon, but you can start us off and we've got the next hour or two to go through it. But tell us about yesterday's story on the VFS.
I mean, in the VFS, it was a battle among two existing powerhouses in the sport. You got Izerchito, 1 point up on the World Championship team, full speed.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible to see, and it was up and down through the VFS rounds as well. And it was just great to watch, and we're going to see more of that, hopefully, as the competition progresses.
Yes, and then we look down, we got FS female. It's very clear, first, second, and third places. Yeah. NFTO leading the field. And then in FS Open, wow, this is, we got new teams, we got new lineups. It's everything. It's apart from Hayabusa, everyone is challenging with a bunch of new stuff happening.
Right.
Yeah.
And as we looked across the leaderboard, and there are battles across the whole leaderboard, all the way down to the last few teams as well.
As Ray said, even the last two teams are locked in. We've got groups of 2, 3, and 4 teams. Everything is to play for today. It's a very interesting day with regards to the skydives as well.
I know, very much.
What was the big surprise yesterday?
How good those new teams are with their new lineups.
Okay, here we go to the action with the commentary with Ray Ahmed and Pete Allen.
All right, Ray. So on the VFS today, we've got NC 2012 as the first round that we're playing for. What do you think about this round, Ray?
It's tricky. It's got a slot switcher in it. It has very much, it's got 2 randoms. So it's a double RedBull, shoe shine, focus buddies, and pinwheel. And the focus buddies as a block is pretty good, but you do have the transition from head up to head down. And you do have pinwheel, which is the slot switcher, I believe.
Yeah, and that's going to make things interesting for teams. It's like, what option are they going to choose with their engineering? Are we going to see teams trying to switch back to the beginning of the page again so they can leave their primary head-up flyer? Or are we going to see them take the memory and people in brand new slots? So let's watch and see Windoor, the local team here. Amazing job. They're pretty clear in 3rd position right now.
Yeah, and as we're seeing, they're just going through I believe that's a pinwheel. Oh, yeah, so double RedBull. So this is a shoe shine.
Shoe shine, the random.
And now the focus buddies.
Which changes the orientation.
That's
and then we're into the last block, the 20. And it looks like they're going for some efficiency here, Ray.
Yeah, they are, very much so. And these guys, they would go for the efficiency. It's a Windoor team, so they know how to fly.
They certainly know how to fly, and it's them. This is their first. They've only been doing this for a month, Ray, and looking at how clear they are in 3rd position, they've got to be feeling pretty excited about their position today.
The amazing thing about this team is they're competing across all disciplines.
I know.
Pretty much from dynamic.
Danny, 6 disciplines or something. We need him in the FS, as we said.
I did mention to Danny, he said he would do an FS team next year.
You get the contract signed.
Got to do it.
Good job. Very nice job. Okay, so next up, Ray, we have Singularity, the team from Skydive Dubai.
Yeah.
They are not professional VFS flyers. They are professional tandem, video, etc.
Exactly.
And they're having fun here together, using their downtime from working in skydiving to play in skydiving. I love to see that.
That's true.
Happening.
They've been making use of that really big 32-foot tunnel in Abu Dhabi.
They must get lost in there.
They say vertical flying in that tunnel is like, obviously the walls are a little bit closer here, but they've been
20 friends.
Exactly, yeah. So they are really enjoying their flying together. They're learning together as well, and you can see that here. Lots of good communication.
Bit of a challenge there, obviously, with the slot switching element.
Yes.
And it looks like Hannah's trying to steer her teammate into position there, back to the top of the page.
But which is great to see, right? It just means that they're communicating well from an early stage in their training. So hopefully, long may it continue.
They looked a little confused at the end there, and we did say that this round, NC 2012, with Block 12 in there, is going to create a little bit of a memory issue for some teams. Will any of the teams switch back to the beginning?
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. So Alpha Project. Yesterday, I gave them a bit of a rough call on one random, just didn't quite recognize it, showing how new I am into this discipline, but they did very well. And let's see how Alpha Project get on with this round this morning.
So this
Shoe
is
shine.
Yeah, now the focus buddies.
Okay, this is where the orientation switch happens. You can see everything's a little bit slower and they do that orientation switch into the pinwheel. There we go. There's the accordion grip. And that's the slot switch happened. So now they're in B slots, I believe,
that's right? Yeah. It's really good to see this team. They're taking it nice and slow.
Oh, a bit of a cork there, unfortunately. That's going to really slow them down. They had that issue one jump yesterday.
They did, yes.
And then pulled it back and had a stronger finish. Today is the day, guys, where we kind of get ourselves set in our places, getting ready for the finals. So very important day. Yesterday, there was a lot of rounds, a lot of chance to get momentum going. Today, you have to be clear for 3 rounds on how you're going to perform for the meet.
I think this is going to go all the way, though, especially amongst the top teams in the VFS. It's going to stay tight.
So. Yeah? Makes our job more exciting.
It's going to be really good tomorrow.
Icaro Speed. So we got Emanuele and his gang here. Another Italian team. For those of you who weren't watching yesterday, we have 3 Italian teams competing. Bravi ragazzi.
3 Italian teams in VFS competing.
In VFS, no less. Which, as we know, is a new and exciting discipline. It's only come out. Some of the other disciplines you see here been around for a little while. VFS is very new with regards to the formation skydiving element.
Did not realize that VFS is actually newer than my skydiving history, which is pretty good.
All right, so we're looking at, again, it looks like a bit of a slot switching skydive here for Alpha Project. Sorry, Icaro Speed, excuse me, right. Icaro Speed, yeah.
They're doing a good job with it here. You can see there's a little bit of distance, but they're,
looking disciplined, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And we saw the same from the Alpha Project as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at the close. Always when you're leaving someone out-facing on the end of one of these moves, that last grip is quite critical. It becomes the key grip, and also it's a bit of a slow point as well for that team. Very blind for that out-facer. Yeah. Very nice job, Icaro Speed.
So next in we have full speed.
So yesterday, full speed, Ray, lots of speed, not so much discipline. They were actually busting. And let's see, how many points did those guys lose in bust yesterday? I have that.
Have a quick look for you now, Pete.
Okay, so full speed lost 7 points in bust yesterday.
That's right.
Let's see how they go now. So blasting through the beginning of the round, focus buddies into the 20. Very quick execution of the block. And now this is when the memory takes it over. So are we going to see the second page as fast? Not bad, guys, a little bit wide. And now back to the beginning, back in the home positions.
These guys look like they know what they're doing and been doing it for some time, and it's working really well. Oh, just as I said that.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we were noticing really fast moves from these guys, but a few of the busts that we weren't quite picking up, but the judges in their experience were.
Yeah, I mean, judging live for VFS is a tough one.
Yes, you found that out, didn't you, at the Belgian Nationals?
I did. I found it quite tough.
Very brave move, agreeing to do that. So full speed, opening up their account this morning, and looks like a very fast jump. Not too sure about the bus side of things. Let's wait and see what the judges have to say.
Exactly.
Okay, esercito, vai ragazzi. Okay, you may know I have a bit of a link with Italy. Feel quite emotional seeing these guys going head-to-head with full speed. So let's see these guys have a good day. It's a very clean team to watch yesterday. They had no busts, was it?
They had 2 busts,
yeah, okay, a couple of busts, yeah. But definitely cleaner than full speed. Flying a lot cleaner as well. Yeah. Making it easy for the team and the judges to notice what is working, what is not. Here we go into the 20. Very clean execution of the block. And back through the random page. 20, yeah.
And the good thing about watching
12,
them is
12, yeah.
It's kind of mechanical in many ways as well, but you can see that it's very deliberate. They're on and off the grips. You can see them. You can see where the small glitches actually are as well, but they're waiting. Communication's good.
So there's that 20 block, which it's almost a random block, as in everyone's letting go and flying together again, but we've got the orientation change, which slows things down a little bit. And we can see that even with these guys, it looks like it slowed them down a little. But overall, Ray, looked clean, looked fast as well. Looked a little faster than some of the stuff we've seen yesterday from them.
I mean, Esercito did a really good job there. I think full speed might have had a couple of busts.
Exactly. I mean, I'm friends with full speed, but hey, that Italian link goes deep.
Yeah, so Pete and Ray are with us until just before 11 o'clock to the end of round 8 of these disciplines, where we start the freestyle junior. But what we've got coming up next, guys?
We have FS, starting with FS female. Yesterday, places are pretty set. NFTO with 145 points. France behind. Couple of busts for the French girls team, Neftis.
Yeah, they got several busts in several rounds, and they're just at a slightly slower pace. I think they're again forming with a new team member.
Forming, that's the word that we want to look at
Yeah.
for this team. They are forming, and soon they're going to start storming.
Well, let's switch down to the tunnel view because we've got the team there just doing the final preparations, and it's a great shot to see them. So let's go down and have a look at